Lone Star Comics, the battlefield for local Yu-Gi-Oh players, including Golden Nova, Orange Man.
What are you doing?
It's an intro, damn it, and our latest member, Motor Girl 224. Now, we just finished with our locals. First tournament, Orange here got finals, and he won, and then I won the second tournament, so that was awesome. Whoa, language, sir.
Yeah, I know. It's really battling considering half of
Anyway,
no idea what I said.
So now we're just gonna go chill at Subway to do our latest video with Motor Girl. Tasty, delicious Subway. So we're here with the biggest close-up of Orange Man's gigantic nose. One of our friends, Daniel, and Motor Girl. Alright, now what's your deck?
My deck is Elemental Heroes.
And what is the main purpose of Elemental Heroes?
They're pretty much my favorite deck, and I want to make it into like a lockdown beatdown deck. And I like to swarm the field with mostly fusions. And my favorite cards in the deck are like Stratos and Prisma because I like their abilities best.
Awesome. Could you show us this deck?
Sure.
Oh, let's check it out.
First of all, let's start with Avian and Vistenatrix. Pretty much just basic normal monsters that can be fusion summoned with to make a more powerful fusion monster. 3 Sparkmans, light attributed normal monsters, another good fusion material type. 2 Wild Hearts, another good fusion type. 1 Blade Edge, I like to use him to go with Necroshade when Necroshade's in the graveyard. I can normal send a Blade Edge from my hand without attributing. 3 King of the Swamps, I can use one from my hand and just send it to the graveyard, add 1 polymerization from my deck to my hand, or use these as a fusion material type to fusion summon for the monster. 1 Captain Gold, I can send this from my hand to the graveyard to add a Skyscraper to my hand. Elemental Hero Woodsman, he's a good staple to be a good defender on stall deck to add polymerization from my graveyard to my hand or from my deck to my hand as well. Alright? Elemental Hero Ocean, during my main phase I can recycle 1 Elemental Hero from my graveyard to my hand if it stays on the field. Prisma is one of my newest cards. I can put 1 Elemental Hero from my deck to my graveyard, and then that Prisma is used as that material type monster, and then I can use polymerization or miracle fusion and then use Prisma as that type and fusion summon with another monster. Stratos, one of my most favorite cards. I can use 2 different abilities on him. I can search for an Elemental Hero of any type from my deck and put it in my hand, or I can use a second ability to destroy a number of spell and trap cards on the field for as many Elemental Heroes that are on the field. Sanigan, another searcher. I can search for any monster that is less than 1500 attack. Marauding Captain, I like to use him to bring out another Elemental Hero to the field. Be a good beater sometimes. Gores, I like to use him to get good power and use him for protection sometimes when my field is empty. To bring out my lights, I like to keep these lights on the field so I can have Honest in the field. Because I like to use Honest because these are the only light types I have in my deck, plus some of my fusions as well. So now for the spells, Future Fusion, I can send any fusion material type monsters from my deck to my graveyard to use the fusion monster later, in 2 turns later. Polymerization, pretty basic, you just use any monster from your hand or field to fusion summon. 3 Miracle Fusions, just fusion summon from a field or graveyard and remove them from play to fusion summon. 1 Skyscraper, it's my field spell to my Elemental Heroes. Boost 1000 attack if my monsters, the opponent's monsters is 1000, I mean it's more attack than my monster. That's tricky. EA Forces, I like to use it for more attack power than to give my warriors more attack, so it'd be easier to take down high attack monsters on my opponent's side of the field. creature swap. If I have weak monsters in my hand and my opponent has a really strong monster on their side of the field, I would just summon the weak monster like Avian and then switch places with like Judgment Dragon or Dark Arm, and then it would be on my side of the field. 2 emergency calls. I would have to search for Stratos or Prisma and then use its effect to search for another monster if I have Stratos. My body is a shield, good to protection, like Lightning Vortex and stuff, so I just like to use that to protect myself. Staples. Heavy Storm and MST, Sword of Wind Light, Lightning Vortex. Use destroy cards on the field for these 2. Protection during battle phase and protection to destroy monsters on the opponent's side of the field. Ceasefire. I like to use it when there's a lot of effect monsters on the field. I can just flip some face up and then give them 500 points of damage for each monster on the field. Hero Signal. I would use that to search for an Elemental Hero in my deck to put on the field after one of my monsters is destroyed by battle. Dark Bribe. Used for negation if someone activates a spell or trap to destroy any of my cards on the field, like Lightning Vortex or something. Compulsory. I like to use that on mostly high attack monsters or synchro monsters because they really annoy me once in a while, like Stardust Dragon. Dimensional Prison. I use it to remove from play 1 attacking monster on the field. Bottomless. If they summon a high attack monster, I like to use it to remove from play. And Trap Dust Shoot. If they have a big hand, I can just use it to remove from play 1 monster from their hand and just send it back to their deck.
Cool. Now let's see some of those fusions, because we all know that's what makes the Elemental Hero deck.
Wild Edge. I use it to attack 1 monster each. And you can connect every monster 1 time each during its battle phase. Dark Bright, he can pierce, and if he attacks, he's switched to defense position, but if he is destroyed, he can destroy 1 monster on the opponent's side of the field. Plasma Ice, he can pierce as well, but you can also discard 1 card from your hand to destroy 1 of your opponent's monsters. Phoenix Enforcer, another good stall card. If he is switched to defense position, he can't take any damage unless your opponent's monster can pierce, but he also cannot be destroyed by battle. Elemental Hero Thunder Giant, he can be good to destroy monsters on the opponent's side of the field unless his monster is less than 2400 attack. Elemental Hero Gaia, one of my newest fusion monsters. I like to use it to have a high attack monster on the opponent's side of the field and then add that attack over to Gaia. Elemental Hero Shining Phoenix Enforcer, another good stall card. He can gain a lot of attack power from all of the E-Heroes in my graveyard, 300 points each, and then he also cannot be destroyed by battle. Elemental Hero Terra Firma, he can also be high attack power if you tribute 1 face-up Elemental Hero from the field, and then all that attack is gained to Terra Firma until the end phase.
So it's kind of like Gaia?
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. He is good to destroy 1 monster on the opponent's side of the field, and then he can inflict battle damage to the opponent's attack points of that monster and inflict it to their life points. Elemental Hero Necroid Shaman. He can destroy 1 monster on the opponent's side of the field, and then I can search their graveyard for a weaker monster and either put an attack position or defense position, and it gives me the advantage to destroy their field with any monster I choose. Elemental Hero Wild Wingman. I can discard 1 card from my hand to destroy any spell or trap card on the field. And Shining Flare Wingman. He is also like Flame Wingman, except he also gains 300 attack and defense points for every Elemental Hero in my graveyard, and he also gives damage to the opponent's life points for all the opponent's attack points of that monster who has been destroyed.
Interesting. So you say it's fun to run the Sea Hero deck?
Yes.
And how consistently do you win with this deck?
How consistently?
Yeah.
I try to do my best in the tournament, but I don't get to the finals very often, so I just need a lot more practice.
Okay. Well, thanks for showing us that, Moto Girl. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys later.